Sponsored by rxcardclub.com. Get a free prescription drug card and save up to 85% on prescription drugs. rxcardclub.com, Anthrax Vaccine History, Eligibility, Side Effects and more. The anthrax vaccine is given to select U.S. military personnel to protect them from possible exposure to anthrax, particularly in regions where it might be deployed as a biological weapon. It's also offered to people who handle livestock, since the anthrax bacteria, Bacillus anthracis, can be found in infected animals and animal products. /r/n/r/n Anthrax causes serious illness when inhaled, ingested, or absorbed through the skin. Inhaled anthrax is almost always fatal. The anthrax vaccine, which is given as a series of 5 shots followed by annual boosters, is 93% effective at preventing anthrax disease. Some concerns about long-term side effects have been raised, but no direct link has been proven. /r/n/r/nRusty Russell Getty Imagesrnrn The anthrax vaccine, known as Anthrax Vaccine Adsorbed AVA, is an inactivated vaccine made by BioThrax. Inactivated vaccines do not contain any dead or live bacteria, so a person cannot contract anthrax from the vaccine. /r/n/r/n Each dose of the vaccine includes bacterial proteins and aluminium. Aluminium salts have been used safely in vaccines for over 70 years. This ingredient is used in many different childhood and adult vaccines. The vaccine does not contain egg proteins or thimerosal, a mercury-containing preservative. /r/n/r/n Based on available data from human and animal studies, the anthrax vaccine is estimated to be 93% effective in protecting against anthrax disease. It also greatly increases the likelihood of survival after inhaling anthrax, which is the deadliest form of exposure. /r/n/r/n Scientists are unsure how long the immunity to anthrax after vaccination lasts, so the CDC recommends a booster shot every year for high-risk individuals. /r/n/r/n Yes, the anthrax vaccine is still given. Anthrax vaccination is recommended for people between the ages of 18 and 65 years who are at high risk for exposure to the bacteria. /r/n/r/n These people include /r/n/r/n Anthrax vaccination is also recommended for unvaccinated people of all ages who have been exposed to the bacteria. /r/n/r/n For people who have been exposed, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, recommends 3 doses of anthrax vaccine over 4 weeks, plus a 42-day course of antibiotics, in some cases, 60 days. /r/n/r/n The anthrax vaccine was first invented in 1881 by a French chemist named Louis Pasteur to immunize cattle against the disease. The initial vaccine was a live non-toxic strain of the anthrax bacteria Bacillusanthracis. /r/n/r/n Here's a timeline of anthrax vaccine mandates and uses since then. /r/n/r/n As of 2023, the FDA has approved 2 vaccines, BioThrax and Cyfendus, for people ages 18 to 65 to help prevent anthrax if they might have been exposed to it. These vaccines work best when given along with certain antibiotics. BioThrax is also approved for prevention in people at high risk of anthrax exposure. /r/n/r/n In 2000, a survey by the Congress's General Accounting Office, GAO, found that 85% of troops had some adverse reaction to the anthrax vaccine. Most of these adverse reactions were local to the injection site, and included tenderness, redness, and bruising. /r/n/r/n Around that time, there was public concern over reports of medically unexplained symptoms among veterans, which were collectively referred to as Gulf War syndrome. Symptoms included fatigue, headaches, joint pain, dizziness, and cognitive issues like memory problems, which some thought might be linked to the anthrax vaccine. /r/n/r/n. After 2 years of assessing these reports, the IAM issued a statement in 2002 that there was inadequate/insufficient evidence to determine a link between the anthrax vaccine and long-term health effects. The same IAM report also concluded that the anthrax vaccine is effective for protecting humans from anthrax. /r/n/r/n. That same year, the Department of Defense DoD resumed the anthrax vaccination program for military personnel assigned to high-risk areas for more than 15 days. /r/n/r/n. Most people who get the anthrax vaccine do not have any problems. When side effects do occur, they tend to be mild and short-lived, and resolve within days to weeks. /r/n/r/n. Anthrax vaccine side effects are similar to those of many other vaccinations, including /r/n/r/n. Although rare, serious allergic reactions can occur. Signs of a serious allergic reaction after receiving the vaccine include /r/n/r/n. Less than 10% of all adverse events are considered severe. /r/n/r/n. Several independent scientific groups have assessed the long-term side effects of the anthrax vaccine. To date, no evidence has been found to support claims that the vaccine causes multiple sclerosis or other long-term illnesses. /r/n/r/n. Anthrax is a rare disease caused by a bacteria called Bacillusanthracis that lives in the soil. There are 3 ways in which a person can be exposed to anthrax, each of which has a different survival rate. /r/n/r/n. Anthrax is rare in the United States, but sporadic outbreaks occur in wild and domesticated animals. Animal infections are more common in developing countries that do not have veterinary public health programs that routinely vaccinate animals against anthrax. /r/n/r/n. Healthcare providers can treat all types of anthrax with antibiotics if they diagnose it early. However, it still carries a high risk of fatality, which is why people at special risk for the disease need to obtain an anthrax vaccine. /r/n/r/n. There has been much debate and confusion over the years on whether veterans qualify for disability after anthrax vaccination. /r/n/r/n. A veteran can apply for disability for long-term side effects from any vaccine, including anthrax. To obtain disability, the veteran must prove that the symptoms result from anthrax vaccination and not pre-existing conditions or other exposures. /r/n/r/n. However, there currently is no proven link between anthrax and specific long-term symptoms. This means that a veteran can file a claim, but the veteran may go through a long, complicated, expensive, and unfruitful process to obtain disability benefits for anthrax vaccination. /r/n/r/n. Anthrax infection is rare but often fatal. Spores from the bacteria are found in the soil and can often infect animals, such as cattle, sheep, and goats. /r/n/r/n. Select U.S. military personnel are required to get the anthrax vaccine to prevent anthrax infection in high-risk situations. Vaccination requires 5 initial doses and annual boosters. There is no proven link between long-term illness and vaccination. /r/n/r/n. rxcardclub.com. Get a free prescription drug card and save up to 80% on prescription drugs.